My friend, if you truly wish to become wealthy, not just rich for a season, but wealthy for life, then you must first unlearn everything the world has taught you about business, because most men are trained to earn a living, but very few are trained to build a fortune. Let me speak to you, not as a teacher, but as a man who has studied the greatest minds of history. I've watched empires rise from a single thought, and I've seen dreams die because of hesitation. And if you stay with me until the very end of this message, I promise you will never look at business the same way again. The first law of business success is desire. Not hope, not wishful thinking, but an alchemist's fire that burns behind your ribs and whispers, I will, I must, I shall. Every man who built an empire began with a single obsession that refused to let him sleep. Ford could not rest until every man could afford a car. Rockefeller could not relax until oil flowed like water. You must want success as desperately as a drowning man wants air. Because until desire becomes an obsession, your dream will remain a shadow. The second law is value creation. The market pays you not for what you know, but for the problems you solve. The moment you dedicate your energy to helping others get what they want, your own success becomes inevitable. Stop asking, how do I make money? And start asking, how do I make a difference? The richer a man becomes, the more people he serves. That is no accident, it is a law. Third, remember this. Specialized knowledge beats general education every time. The man who knows something about everything becomes an employee. The man who knows everything about something becomes an authority. Study your craft until you can do it better, faster, and smarter than anyone else alive. Average minds compete. Specialized minds dominate. Fourth, you must build your mastermind alliance. No empire is ever built by one man alone. Henry Ford surrounded himself with mechanical geniuses. Andrew Carnegie gathered financial wizards. Edison had a laboratory of dreamers. Find men and women whose strengths complement your weaknesses, and whose ambition burns as fiercely as yours. Together, your minds become a force of nature. Remember this, one idea in one brain can make you money. But one idea shared among many brilliant minds can change the world. Fifth, learn the art of persuasion. You cannot build a business without convincing others and partners, customers to believe in your vision. But persuasion is not about manipulation. It is about belief so powerful that others feel it. When you speak from faith, your words carry a magnetic energy. If you wish to become rich, first master the skill of selling an idea. Sixth, the businessman who fears risk is already defeated. You must learn to take calculated risks, to study the battlefield. Plan your moves, and then leap with confidence. No general ever won a war by hiding behind safety. The biggest risk is not failure, it is doing nothing at all. Because fortune always hides behind fear, waiting for the man brave enough to claim it. Seventh, build a brand, not just a business. A business can fail. A brand, once trusted, can outlive its founder. Your brand is your reputation written in emotion. It is the feeling people get when they hear your name. Coca-Cola sells happiness. Nike sells courage. Apple sells innovation. Ask yourself, what feeling do people associate with you? If you can define it, you can multiply it. Eighth, guard your time like gold. Money lost can be regained, but time wasted is gone forever. Successful men think in decades, not in hours. The poor waste minutes on gossip. The rich invest hours in creation. Ask yourself each day, is what I'm doing right now bringing me closer to my dream, more, farther away? The answer to that question determines whether you will lead or follow. Ninth, failure is your tuition fee. Every defeat contains a hidden lesson, and every setback carries the seed of equal or greater benefit. When I interviewed hundreds of millionaires, do you know what they all told me? Hill, I failed my way to success. They understood that failure is not a wallet, a signpost. So don't curse your mistakes. Analyze them, learn from them, and move on with greater wisdom. And now we come to the 10th, marketing yourself relentlessly. You may have the best idea in the world, but if no one knows, it's worth nothing. Speak, write, publish. Show the world your work. People buy trust before they buy products. The more the world sees you, the more it believes in you. Attention, my friend, is the new gold, and those who know how to capture it control the economy. Pause now and reflect. Every billionaire you admire, Jobs, Musk, Gates, Oprah, followed these very same 10 laws. They desired fiercely. They served others. They specialized. They built teams. They sold belief. They took risks. They crafted brands. They valued time. They embraced failure. And they made the world see them. And here's the hidden hook. The difference between them and you is only decision. The decision to begin now, with what you have, where you are. No man is born successful. Every empire begins as a single idea in the mind of someone who refused to quit. If you can master these 10 principles, the next 10 will transform you from successful to unstoppable. But beware, what comes next demands courage. Because in part 2, I will reveal the secrets of multiplying wealth, of turning every action into a compounding force. Stay with me, and I'll show you not just how to build a business, but how to build a legacy that time cannot erase. Because the world doesn't reward the man who dreams. It rewards the man who acts. And that man, my friend, could be you. Now that you understand the foundations of wealth, my friend, it's time to move from creation to multiplication. Many people can start something, but only a few can scale it. The difference is not resources, it's resourcefulness. You see, the average man asks, how much will this cost me? The wealthy man asks, how much can this make me? If you learn to think like that, your income will never stay the same. The 11th law of business success is leverage. The power to multiply effort through systems, people, or technology. One man working alone can dig a trench. 100 men, led by one vision, can build a city. Use other people's time, talent, and money to expand your reach. Remember this, you cannot become rich by your own hands alone. You become rich by multiplying your hands through others. The 12th law is persistence. Every dream dies the moment you surrender to discouragement. The marketplace will test you, betray you, reject you, but it will never ignore you if you persist. When I interviewed hundreds of millionaires, each told me the same secret. I simply refused to quit. Failure cannot defeat the man who decides that quitting is not an option. The 13th law is vision. Business without vision is a ship without a compass. You must see the destination long before the world sees the map. Every giant enterprise began as a thought, seen only by one, Till. That mind refused to stop imagining it. Your business grows only as large as your imagination allows. If your dream doesn't scare you a little, it's too small. The 14th law is self-discipline. Great opportunities will test your patience. Temptations will distract you. You must learn to command yourself before you can command wealth. Discipline is the bridge between desire and achievement. It's what separates the talkers from the doers. Every moment you conquer laziness, you earn invisible profit. The 15th law is adaptability. Markets change. Technology shifts. Tastes evolve. But while others complain, leaders adjust. The strongest business is not the one that resists change. It's the one that adapts faster than anyone else. Remember, dinosaurs ruled the earth till they couldn't adapt. The 16th law is customer obsession. Your customer is not a number in your ledger. He is the heartbeat of your business. If you care more about profit than people, you will lose both. Serve your customers so completely that they cannot imagine going anywhere else. Make them feel not like buyers, but believers. When your customer becomes your evangelist, your marketing becomes effortless. The 17th law, emotional control. You cannot make wise decisions with a hot head or a cold heart. In business, storms will come: betrayal, loss, delay. But if you let emotions drive your actions, you will crash your own ship. Calmness is a weapon. Serenity is strategy. Master your emotions, and you will master outcomes. The 18th law, continuous growth. Most people stop learning once they earn. But the truly rich keep learning because they know wealth dies where growth stops. Every book you read, every mentor you listen to, adds invisible digits to your future net worth. If you stop learning, your competitors start winning. Invest in your mind, it compounds faster than money. The 19th law, in the unseen. Before success appears in your hands, it must first exist in your belief. Every building begins as a picture in someone's imagination. Faith is the invisible architect of every fortune. You must believe in the result long before you can see it. Doubt kills more dreams than failure ever could. And finally, the 20th law, service beyond self. The greatest business model is not built on greed, but on contribution. When your purpose rises above your personal gain, the universe opens doors you never knew existed. Serve not just to earn, but to uplift. Help people win, and they will help you win tenfold. When your business becomes a blessing, profit becomes a byproduct. Pause now and reflect. These 20 principles are not theories. They are laws written in the story of every self-made millionaire in history. You cannot break them. You can only break yourself against them. The poor man works for money. The rich man makes money work for him. But the wise man, he builds systems that make money for others. And through that, he becomes indispensable. Let me tell you the greatest secret of all. Success does not demand perfection. It demands direction. Each small action you take in faith pushes the wheel of destiny forward. Every day, you either move one step closer to fortune or one step farther from it. So I ask you, what will you do today? Will you continue to wish, or will you begin to act? Because every fortune began on a day just like this, when one man said, "Enough of waiting. You already have everything you need: desire, mind, and the power to decide. Now use them. Build something that will outlive your name. Leave a mark so deep that time itself remembers your work. Because the greatest tragedy is not death. It's dying without ever using your potential. And my friend, your potential is unlimited."